Today I am talking about something I found. I was looking through a spreadsheet. I exported my projections from my optimizer, and I uploaded it to a spreadsheet, and I found a trend that seems very interesting to me, and I'm trying to make sense of something here. Maybe you guys could help me out, but I really want to point out a huge discrepancy in something that I think can give an edge. I'm not sure, but I highlighted a few examples from the data set from this slate that we got. And so, okay, Kyler Murray is at 12% and DeAndre Hopkins is at 15%, which makes sense because if people are playing DeAndre Hopkins, they like to stack with Kyler Murray. Okay, right? Like, I get that they would have close ownership to each other because if Hopkins is going to good, that means Murray has to do good. It's the basic concept of stacking. So why is it that Aaron Rodgers is at 7% and Davante Adams is 21%? I don't get a 3-time disparity between the ownership from Rodgers to Adams. Like, it doesn't have to be exact, but I thought if Adams was going to be owned by a lot of people, Rodgers would be owned by a lot more people, which from these projection sets, it doesn't seem that way. Or if we come down, Keenan Allen is 16% and Justin Herbert is at 6%. There's a 10% jump in ownership from Allen to Herbert. So if people are so big on Allen, I can't understand why the gap between the ownership between a quarterback and their number one receiver isn't closer. So from this data set, it seems like Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins is going to be the most favorable stack. And I think we can exploit this by just stacking differently. So if Murray and Hopkins are going to be the biggest stack, are you uncomfortable playing Rodgers with Adams or doing a build with Herbert or Allen? Or, I think this is something we can exploit and something that I really, really can't make sense of, especially when the stack is in the same price range, why more people aren't playing Rodgers with Adams. I think this gap between 7.8 and 21% is too high. If everybody's on Adams and nobody's on Rodgers, then you can play Rodgers to be contrarian, play the chalk and Adams, and be fine. The Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf ownership, I can make sense of because Russell Wilson at 8K is very restrictive. But like Kyler Murray and Aaron Rodgers are in the same price range, and DeAndre Hopkins and Davante Adams are in the same price range. So why is there such a gap in Rodgers' ownership to Adams' ownership and Murray's ownership to Hopkins' ownership is very close? If Adams is being 21% owned, why isn't Rodgers being at least 15% owned? Is nobody using Rodgers in their stacks? Or is nobody using Herbert in their stacks with Allen? So I'm going to keep studying these types of things here. The discrepancy between exploiting stacks that people are going to be on, because according to this data set, it seems like Murray to Hopkins is going to be one of the higher owned stacks. So if I could just stack Adams with Rogers, I'd be very comfortable with doing something like that, because the gap between the projected ownership for Rogers and the projected ownership for Adams is much too high. So if Rogers isn't going to, so if a Rogers to Adams stack isn't going to be high owned, then I'll be all over this stack. I'll eat Adams chalk if Rogers isn't, who's throwing him the ball, isn't high owned. I think there should be more correlation between the ownership of their quarterback to their number one receiver. And right now, it's not correlating well. So I think I'm going to take advantage of the field here. And I'm going to try to find spots like this every week and try to highlight these things for you guys. Maybe, and when I see these discrepancies, it baffles me. I don't get why nobody's playing Rodgers with Adams, or nobody's playing Herbert with Allen. So that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I just wanted to point out some of these weird data points that I found in these projections. If you got value out of this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't get value out of this video, give it a thumbs down and tell me how I can do better in the comments section below. As always, this is a discussion and I would love to know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.